Call Lord Yahweh Bashem Awashai, Bashem Rakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone of well. I am not a member, however, I've entered into their labors. Peace, mercy, and blessings to the sincere brothers and sisters doing this wherever you are, whatever your lot may be. Yeah, here we go. I'm just get straight into it. I only got a couple scriptures, but prayerfully the spirit will start flowing, and then we'll get some more. But as you can see, the scandal. Well, it is a scandal. the title. And in the imagery of it, you see the eyes on the phone and everything like that. And I think that's a very accurate, very telling, very what's the word? I don't know the word I'm looking for, but we'll stick with accurate. That's an extremely accurate depiction of what's going on. The infrastructure is set. And all it is they just gotta, I guess, I don't know, have to write FALSEFLA. Okay, so we'll read the article, we'll scan through it, and then we'll get these scriptures, and that'll be it. I just want to make brothers and sisters aware, right? I don't know if if any of you that are seeing this, if you see any of Elder Malcolm's videos in his intro, um, he speaks about brothers, doing these videos and out in the street corners and things like that, risking their lives now more so than ever. And just know, if you believe in this thing, if you believe in this truth, if you are sincere about it, you are being watched. Just know that. Be aware you are being watched. So, with that being said, let's go. Internet users' private messages, files, and photos everyday people are increasingly being examined by tech companies. All right, so that's going to be the eyes. All right, the AI is the eyes, or is the when the Bible speaks about giving life unto that image, right? The image of the beast is the inner workings, the system that this thing is going to be about, right? This the single oinkomene, one oinkomene order, and they just look up the Greek word for oinkomene, right? If you go, just look it up. You go find it. What was I saying? Yeah, so that power to give life unto the beast. This is the life. This is the eyes. This is the life. You see that they got super soldiers and different robots and AI technology placed within these things, and it's gonna get weird. It's gonna get weird. We're heading into what seems like a movie, a dystopian movie. Let's see. This massive scanning should extend to nearly every reach of their online activities so that police can more productively investigate crimes related to that. I'm not going to say it. You read it. And it's always under the guise of safety, right? It's always, that's right out of the old playbook. They never do anything new. But it's strange because their hypocrisy is on display for the world, because 250,000 and counting, because that was 2 years ago. It's increased, or it may have been a couple of years ago, but that's increased. Children go missing yearly, and I talked about I did a video on the what was it, the FBI when they come in and they cover up, right? There's tunnels in schools to lead to kidnap children and lead them to mm, their enterprise, this enterprise that makes so much money and is lucrative and everyone's in on it, right? So it's funny. Yeah, it's not funny, haha, but just that your hypocrisy is on display. We don't know much about how much the public is watched in this way. That's because neither tech companies that do the scanning nor government agencies they work with share details on how it works. Of course not. Um, but we know that the scanning is far from perfect. Despite claims to the contrary, it makes mistakes, and those mistakes can result in false accusations of CA. We don't know how often such false accusations happen. Yes, you do. No, well, they do, because if it's a AI, it's a computer, and all computers have event logs, and you can check event logs. And trust me, they know. The people that need to know, or how many people get hurt by them. All right, the spread of CSAM causes real harm. Tech companies absolutely should work on new ways of fighting it. We have suggested some good ways doing so, like building better reporting tools, privacy respecting warning messages, and metadata analysis. So, um, or you can also have this issue happening, and then these tech companies create the problem. You know, Hegelian dialectic, they create the problem and then they offer their own solution. But either way, you're still in a trap. All right, so let's scroll down. And we all, and you know, let back up because these were fathers that were falsely accused. So even if you're exonerated, it doesn't matter. Like the stigma is still there. You're never really not guilty in the eyes of in this court, in this unjust and unbalanced system. Because a woman can lie or AI can lie on a man, and if you're a straight man, especially a straight Israelite man, you're never innocent. You never break that stigma. All right, so in February last year, Google's algorithm wrongly flagged photos taken by two fathers, two different states, being as being images of CA. In both cases, the fathers, one in San Francisco, one in Houston, had small children with infections on their genitals and had taken photos of the areas to the crest of the medical professionals, because a lot of these new doctors, this age of working from home, a lot of these private practice doctors, they can do that. Okay, so what I want to get first and foremost, because you see, we went back and we got the eyes, and you see how these tech companies can scan. They can scan anything. Like as long as you have a device that has a signal and it has an IP address, it can get to it, right? And with that being said, when the phones go away and you have the little, sticky in your sticky in the army thingy, right? That also will have an IP address. It's radio frequency. It will have everything is computerized because he's realizing his left-handed blessing, via technology. So let's go to Proverbs 15 because you know who this devil wants to be. We'll get a couple of them and we'll lead up to the point I'm trying to make. But I want to get a couple of precepts just because I've been talking too long. So Proverbs 15 and 3, the eyes of the Lord or the eyes of Yahweh are in every place, beholding evil and the good. Or you can go to let's get also 16. Mm, right, and Virgin Prophet. Were not the Ethiopians and the Lubians a huge host with very many chariots and horsemen? Yes, because thou didst rely on Yahweh, he delivered them into thine hand. For the eyes of Yahweh run to and fro throughout the whole earth to show himself strong in the behalf of them whose heart is perfect towards him. All right, so we're sticking to the eyes of the Lord right now. So the second half of this is, let's see, is for us in the latter times, but we're going to stick to the eyes of the Lord because I also want to grab this proud devil and how he acts because he wants to be like the Most High, right? So that should go. That's Isaiah 14. He's trying to do what the Lord can already do. All right. How art thou fallen? This is we'll start at 12, 11. Isaiah 14 and 11. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave. And who is prouder than Edom, right? Or a close second would be Ammon or Moab, whoever the Chinese, so-called Chinese are, because they right up there with them, taken straight out of their playbook. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of the vials. The worm is spread under thee, and the worm covered thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? And that word Lucifer means light bearer, right? It's more of a title, not a person. Son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground? And the light is a knowledge, and their knowledge is left-handed, and their light is actually darkness because they're on the left-hand side. How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? All right. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, and I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the cloud. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. All right, and this isn't talking about, because Christians will love to talk about Lucifer being an angel, or Lucifer and Satan are two different people. It's just all kind of confusion. But if you scroll down, it says, is this the man, right? Let's see. This made the world. They have said, oh, okay, well, I'm about too far. They say, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble? Because remember, Esau Edom is in charge in the end. Jacob is uh, Esau is the so like Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So, according to prophecy, that's who would be ruling in these end times, and we can all agree we are very, very close to the end. This poetic book, every time a prophecy happens, now it is poetry in motion. I love saying that. They come to pass. You got to be a blind, deaf, and dumb fool not to see where we're at now. Okay, so let's tie that all together, because you know how he wants to be like the Most High. He's just proud, 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 and the Lord resisteth the proud. And that's why he has, before we go, let's cue it. Not Oda. uh, Chapter 1. There's only one. It's just a good old Obadiah. So, boom, you see the title. But that is why when I see these eyes, right, because that's what they want. They trying to get it. You're trying to perfect this blessing. And they fully believe on theirs on the left-hand side. So it's up to us. You are listening, you so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American. The Lord has blessed you with something on the right. And just as passionately and wholeheartedly and truly that this devil believes in his blessing, you ought to believe in yours, because it's already written that he loses. You just need to play your part, or we just need to play our part. So let's tie it all together. Obadiah 1 and 4. You can read from the top. And this is concerning Edom, but I'm going to get straight to the point. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence I will bring thee down, saith Yahweh. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? All right, but you leave nothing. You steal, you kill, rob, destroy, leave nothing in your way. You leave nothing to anyone. You're greedy. And your greed is what is going to consume you. Your greed is the very weapon that the Lord is going to use to bring you down. And a good representation, a good depiction of greed is the recent passing of old Lizzie, of old bag of bones Lizzie. Because everything that they have is stolen, and they leave nothing to the people. Every other nation that has had dominance over the known world at their time, at least they took care of the earth. You just you commoditize. Everything is a commodity. Everything turns into money for you. You can't stop, unless until the Lord stops you, that is. So just be mindful, right? It all starts with something. So the infrastructure is here. And let's see, what else is here? What else can we get? Yeah, so the infrastructure is here, right? And they're trying to be like the Most High. And I just kind of use this article as a backdrop, because of course nobody wants the harm to come to children. It's unbelievable that people, well, it is believable when you have a devil in charge, but nobody wants harm to come to children. But the hypocrisy is just on display. The hypocrisy is on a blimp in the sky for everyone to see, because you have these systems under the guise of safety, but you can't find the real culprit. You never shine the light on what's actually going on, right? Because this is about the control of a people, the control of masses. That's what this is about. Let's see. Yep. I just want to see if there's any more we can get before I end this. It could be more harmful in other cases. All right. Okay, look at that. You unrelated crimes. So just know, nothing is off limits, right? So just what I really wanted to get, and I'll do my best to remember to link this in the description box. But just know, infrastructure's here. This devil wants to be like the Most High, so they are setting themselves up on the left hand side. But according to the scriptures, they will only get so far. So just as wholeheartedly and just as passionately as he believes in his left-handed blessing, you need to tap in spiritually, because he is carnal. Your blessing is spiritual, Jacob, sons of Jacob. So tap into that. You're gonna need it. Fast, pray, repent, do what you need to do, because very, very soon things are going to get very, very interesting for everyone. All right. So with that being said, shalom.